Hi, I'm Lucky Leprechaun, and I'm here to tell you about my Rainbow Road series of children's chapter books. Well, actually, I'm not really a leprechaun. My name is Robert Thornhill, but I do want to tell you about my Rainbow Road series of children's chapter books. It all started last spring. My 8-year-old grandson in his second grade class was given the assignment of writing a book. Well, my grandson was really excited because he knew that his grandpa was an author. So he came rushing in one day and said, Grandpa, I'm going to write a book just like you. Well, in a few days he came back and he had his cute little 8-page book complete with illustrations. And he had written a story about a rainbow, a leprechaun, and a pot of gold. Well, of course, Grandma and I were excited, so Grandma made a beautiful cover. We took it to Office Max and had it bound, and a new author was born. It was about that time that I was kind of between projects. I had just finished writing my 3rd mystery comedy novel and had sent it off to Tate Publishing Company. And so my wife said, you know, I bet you could write a children's book. Because, you know, after all, you're nothing but a big kid yourself. I bet you could relate. Well, with encouragement like that, how could I resist? So I sat down at my computer and Super Secrets of Rainbow Road was born. I was intrigued by the idea that had come from my 8-year-old grandson. And I knew that by going to movies with him and spending hours playing Wii games, that he was absolutely infatuated with superheroes like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. So I thought, why not write a story about an 8-year-old boy and his 6-year-old sister? They follow a rainbow that leads them to Rainbow Road, and they find Lucky Leprechaun, and Lucky Leprechaun has a pot of gold coins. Only these coins are really special because they have the power to bestow a superpower on whoever possesses them. So, in the first book, Super Secrets of Rainbow Road, Lucky Leprechaun gives 8-year-old Blake the superpower of X-ray vision, and soon he and his 8-year-old sister are off to their first adventure, learning to use their new superpower to help others. My wife created the beautiful cover for the book, and with some trepidation, I gave the book to my 8-year-old grandson for his critique. I'd never written a kid's book before, and I wasn't really sure whether it would capture the imagination of someone that age. So I was kind of anxious to get his response. I needn't have worried because he said, Grandpa, I loved it. Can you write another one? And so I did. Pretty soon, Superpowers of Rainbow Road, the second book in the series, was ready to go. And in this book, Lucky Leprechaun gives the 6-year-old sister the superpower of super hearing, and they're off to their next adventure. Well, one thing led to another, and pretty soon there were 7 books in the Rainbow Road series. There was one book that has the story of Halloween in Ghosts and Goblins of Rainbow Road. One of the other books has a Christmas story in Christmas Crooks of Rainbow Road. My grandson loved all of the books, and so did his classmates at school. You see, kids in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade are required to read chapter books and to make reports on them. And this Rainbow Road series is perfect for the kids that age. So if you're a parent, or a grandparent, or an aunt, or an uncle, or just a friend of a child that's between 5 and 10 years old, and you'd like more information about our Rainbow Road children's chapter books, you can go to my website at www.booksbybob.com. I mean, after all, how can you go wrong with a book that's been written by a leprechaun? Well, maybe you should ask my wife that one. She's married to one, but that's another story. See you on Rainbow Road.